What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news and reviews. With that said, we have a couple of tech news stories and a couple of tips for you as well because of that new Samsung update that was pushed out to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And then we also have a lot of questions, like 2 handfuls of questions. So let's jump into the tech news first. So first one is about the case that I use. I use a Speck case on my Galaxy Z Fold 3, and a lot of you guys want to get it. A lot of you guys have been like, oh, it's always sold out. Well, I got some information from the manufacturer, Speck. They went out and told me that this case should be in stock this coming week that's coming up. So if you want to pick up this case, keep it locked on a Speck's website. I'll link exactly where this case is on their website down below. It's very hard to find this case. It's a fantastic case. It's not going to turn yellow. It keeps germs away. It gives you good protection. What more could you ask for? So again, it's linked down below. Our next story is about the Microsoft Surface Duo 2. Now, if you had the Surface Duo 1, like this one over here, you were promised like 3 years of updates, and they're pretty inconsistent on the updates. Well, we've got some information. This came out last week. I forgot to mention this about the Surface Duo 2. How many years of updates can you expect if you pick up that phone, which I do pick up, for the Surface Duo 2? And it looks like it's going to be 3 years of updates on the Surface Duo 2, and you can see the little comment down below. It says, it looks like the company is matching its original Surface Duo pledge now about the follow-through, meaning that Samsung hasn't been that persistent and that consistent with pushing out updates on a regular basis. Hopefully they do an about face and really push out these updates on a regular basis for the Surface Duo 2 as well. But 3 years of updates is a good long time for an expensive device. You'd love to see it at 5 years, but 3 years is the next best thing. Now, our next story is about the Galaxy Z Fold 3. If you got the update the other day or yesterday, whenever you had it, gotten the update, it brought you up to the September security update. And there's things that have been rolling out that we've been figuring out that have been added inside of that update beyond bug fixes and things like that. There's 3 features that I have now figured out. One is RAM Plus, which we spoke about yesterday. There's nothing you can do to manually control that at all. It's done for you. Basically what that does, if you didn't see yesterday's news story, is RAM Plus will give you 4 gigabytes of RAM virtually on your phone. And if you go into settings and then you go into battery, device, and care, and then memory, you're gonna see it says RAM Plus. Once that loads up, you'll see RAM Plus. You get 4 gigabytes. So you end up with 16 gigs of RAM on your Galaxy Z Fold 3 phone. 2 other things I wanted to mention too. Also in settings, the next one is if you go into advanced features and then you go into labs, you're gonna see auto rotate apps. This seems like it's a bug. I don't think this is the right place, but ultimately auto rotate apps, you would think that would have to do something to do with the orientation of the app, have it be horizontal or vertical. If you go into auto rotate apps, it's gonna say choose how to show apps on the main screen. If you choose any of these apps, choose Amazon, we'll just choose Adobe Fill In and Sign. It shows you the aspect ratio, not the rotation of the apps. Now, I'm assuming this is a bug, so it's kind of cool to find bugs. It's not fun to find bugs, but it's cool, I guess, just see if Samsung's mistake. So it's showing, again, aspect ratio, which would mean how the app sits in there. Is it gonna be the full screen? Is it gonna be 4:3? Is it gonna be 16:9? That's what that means, but it should not be the auto rotate apps. I think that's a bug on Samsung's part. The other one has to do with Good Lock. You can download Good Lock if you didn't know already. You can get that through the Galaxy App Store. If I can find my Galaxy App Store real quick. There you go. Galaxy App Store. Go into your Galaxy App Store, download Good Lock app. It's free. It adds tons of customizations. I've done multiple videos on it. Get this app. It's freaking amazing. Well, inside of Good Lock app, you have modules. One of the modules, let me go back here because I'm in it. Back. Okay. One of the modules in here is if you go into Multi-Star. So go down, find Multi-Star. Actually, I have it at the top here. Click on Multi-Star. Go into I Love Galaxy Foldable. And in here, you're gonna see UDC with black under display camera. Because as you know, the Galaxy Z Fold 3, you can't see the camera on the top there like you can on the Z Fold 2. You can sometimes, but generally it's hidden quite well. What if you wanna see it? There's now a module in here, so you can see it now, and it'll sit on the top there. So you always know where your camera is. And I guess that's the only reason you'd want to know it's there. Or maybe you don't like the artifacting that goes there, but ultimately it will show that black screen no matter what you're doing. So you could be in here, and this probably won't be a good indication of, let me look at a picture in here. So you can see, you'll always see that black cutout for the camera. I wouldn't rock that thing, but if you wanted to, for whatever reason, you can come into that module in there and turn it back on. Thanks for watching, guys. Your question of the day is, what's your favorite Good Luck module tweak? Put it in the comments down below and let the class know what's going on. Also, with that said, guys, let's get into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that beat! First question comes from Dwayne A. Have you heard anything about the S22 Ultra getting a real internal S Pen? Using the Fold 3 S Pen has ruined me. I can't go back to the Note S Pen. Yes, I'm surprised. Why wouldn't you be able to go back to the Note S Pen? So yeah, the S Pen should be fully built into the Galaxy S22 Ultra. I've covered this multiple times, especially in the last couple of days. Maybe you missed those episodes. And I think that's answering your question, but then I'm kind of confused by you saying you don't like the Note S Pen, but you like the Fold one. Maybe you like the Fold one because it's bigger. If you're talking about size, the size on the S22 Ultra S Pen should be very similarly sized to the Note 22 S Pen. Next comes from Raj Singh, who says, hey Greg, Galaxy Watch 4 versus OnePlus Cobalt limited edition, which one should I go for? I'm a Samsung fan forever. You answered your own question, dude. Get the Galaxy Watch 4, without a doubt. Especially if a Samsung phone, get that whole ecosystem going, get the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. Monty is asking, is this update available on the Z Fold 2? Because I can't find it and I need this powerful update on my phone. I'm assuming you're talking about the September update. If you are, I don't have that phone. I haven't heard that it's out for that phone. So I'm not totally sure. So if you go into software updates and you don't see it, then yeah, it's definitely not out for you at that moment. Jeremy Brannon, can you make a compilation video of tips and tricks for the Z Fold 3? Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. What do you mean, like every tip and trick that I know? Do you want that? Put that in the comments down below. Let me know. Luke Coyanders says, am sitting on the fence. What next phone to get? The iPhone 13 Pro, S21 Ultra, or the Pixel 6 Pro? Which one would you recommend? Well, it's not. I don't think it's that tough of a question. I would definitely at least wait for the Pixel 6 Pro. It's going to be out in the next few weeks, and then at that point we really have a good indication of how good or bad it is versus those other two phones. And then the other part of it is really coming down to, if you want an iPhone because you're in the whole Apple ecosystem and you don't want to leave it, then yeah, for sure, get the iPhone 13 Pro Max. If you need iMessage and FaceTime, then yeah, stick with that. iPhone 13 Pro Max is an awesome phone. It's a really, really nice phone. S21 Ultra is going to be tons of customization, tons of features. It's a really good phone overall as well. And then the Pixel 6 Pro, you'll still get a lot of customization, not as much as a Samsung phone, but you'll get a great camera, a more reliable camera, I feel like, versus the Galaxy phone. So I feel like the Pixel 6 Pro might be the little bit of best of both worlds, having that clean Android experience, but having customization that you can take control of, and also having a very reliable photo camera, because the shutter speed on Samsung phones can be pretty bad, especially when people are around or there's kids, like taking pictures of a kid. My son, it's awful. He's always getting these blurry photos with Galaxy phones. But if he stays still, I can get a really, really nice photos, but I don't get those issues so much with the Pixel phones or with the iPhones. Buddhist Elder says the Note 22 Ultra will be called the S22 Ultra. Then, where is the successor for the S21 Ultra? And what about the Note 22, the smaller one? And if you're a friend, Max is right, and the display of the S22 Ultra being the same size as last year's S21 Ultra won't be a downgrade from the real Note. I mean, we Note enthusiasts want to have the beast back. So I think the S22 Ultra is going to be the successor to the S21 Ultra and the Note 22 Ultra. So I think that would answer your question, because it's going to have that squared, slightly curved design to it, and then have the internal S Pen and have a lot of features that the Note has and the S phones have as well. And then the smaller Note 22, I just don't think they're going to release it, so I don't think that's even going to be an option. So I think that's out of the realm. Humza Salman, hey Greg, I am still using the regular original S9. I'm so tired of it. Should I get the Z Fold 3 or wait for the S22 Ultra, because I am not Sure, I would always recommend trying the folding phone. You have 2 weeks to buy it, especially if you're in America. I don't know about elsewhere. I'm not sure where you live, but if you live in America or elsewhere, America at least gives you 2 weeks to return. I'm assuming a lot of the other countries give you a return period as well. I would say try the Z Fold 3 and see if you like it. I think it's a fantastic phone. Once you go fold, you never unfold. Dan asks, when do you think we will hear all about the Galaxy Watch 5? In terms of rumors, I don't think you'll hear a lot about that until, because it was just released in August. I would assume probably in the springtime coming up, you'll start to hear some heavy, hot rumors. And then probably in February and March, I think you'll start hearing things about it. Like more things like, oh, it's gonna have this big a display, it's gonna have this. But I think the meat of everything will be more in the late spring. Bo knows, should we be worried about Samsung having incremental upgrades like Apple does in the future? You rock. Thank you so much, Bo. Do I think Samsung's gonna have incremental upgrades? Yes. We're really at a point of performance on phones is amazing on almost any phone that you get, and the design of candy bar phones has really reached its max. So I think the next great thing is folding phones, and that's the next great frontier in terms of design, in terms of portability, in terms of usage. So I think a lot of the upgrades are going to be more so with these type of phones and less with the candy bar type phones. So I think you can see a lot of technology built into these. So I would keep my eye on the folding/dual phones. Charles Nation, I have been thinking of getting the Fold 3, updating from the Fold 1. When I went to the store to the upgrade, I realized that while playing on the Fold 3, YouTube on the Fold 3 doesn't play on full screen even when you punch in. I tried multiple videos, including some of yours. Is there a way to fix that? Or because I like to watch videos on full screen, it doesn't on a lot of things. So yes, you can definitely watch YouTube. And if it doesn't work, you have to close out the app. That's really the big thing. So I'm gonna load up my, I'll just play a quick video. This is my son's YouTube. He was watching on my phone. So I have a video right here, and you can see I just punch in, and make sure that when you do watch it, I think it has to be in HD or higher, like 720, 1080, 2K, 4K. It has to be in a high resolution as well. But yeah, worst comes to worst, just close out the app. Just go press and hold on the app, hit the eye, and then go down until you see force stop. Hit force stop, go back into YouTube, choose the video that you want to watch. There we go. Pinch in, and it should definitely work. That's really all you should have to do. There's no other hacks or anything else you'd have to do. And our last question comes from Turtle W1019. What was your first mobile phone you ever owned? Mine was the Qualcomm QCP860 in 2000 through AirTouch Cellular, which later became Verizon. My friends had pagers in school, but very few of us had cell phones, so I was one of the cool kids. I didn't have a cell phone in high school. I don't think I did. I graduated in 98. 99, I got my first cell phone. I don't remember the exact model. I do know that it didn't have a colored screen. It had like I think I had like a blue screen or a red screen, or had something like that. And then it was like, I feel like it was like 2000. It wasn't like until like 2000 that I had a colored screen phone, like a real colors phone screen. I don't remember what phone. I think it was a Kyocera. I know it was with, they were Verizon. If they weren't Verizon at the time, they were North Atlantic or something like that. Mid-Atlantic, I forget what they were called. They ultimately turned into Verizon as well, and I was in love. I loved having a cell phone back then, and I think I had, my first plan had 200 minutes of talk time, unlimited nights and weekends, so I could talk on that, 200 texts, and I don't think I had any data. So it was wild times. It's crazy where we are now with phones and data plans and all that stuff. So it's pretty amazing. And if you lasted this long, I'll give you a question. I appreciate it. Put in the comments down below what your first cell phone was. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have questions, leave it in the comments down below. Word the word question, and I'll see you down the road.